Alright, thank you.
Jjwan surprises fans in Amsterdam, concludes his solo tour with outstanding achievements and a heartfelt promise to ARMY. A surprising moment unfolded on stage when Jjwan performed an act he had never done before at the very beginning of his solo concert. Congratulations to Jjwan, who has successfully completed 18 shows in 9 cities, one city even holding 2 performances, all without any visible injuries or illness throughout the tour. Jjwan revealed that the Amsterdam, located in Europe, was the final stop of his Sosial Media tour, which began in late June 2025. In several conversations on Weverse, he admitted that he still couldn't believe the concert he had planned since April had truly happened and would end in Amsterdam. Fans eagerly anticipated what Jjwan would showcase on this final night, and one of the most shocking moments was his decision to remove his jacket at the very start of the show. Usually, this jacket removal act was reserved for the middle of the concert, specifically during the Nothing Without Your Love performance. But right after performing Fallen, Jjwan took off his jacket, sending the audience into a frenzy, and underneath he wore a sleeveless top that highlighted his physique, a signature look for Nothing Without Your Love since his performance in the US. Because during the Asia leg, he had never done this act, but from the moment he reached the US, Jjwan began performing with more boldness and confidence. London and Amsterdam as the final 2 stops seemed to amplify his self-assurance and trust in ARMY. This was also highlighted by ARMY, who noted that Jjwan appeared determined to give his very best, creating moments of pure joy for fans. Everyone knew that once this concert ended, there would be no more solo performances from Jjwan. He would soon return as Jjwan of BTS, reuniting with his 6 fellow members. Fans reminisced about the many milestones and achievements Jjwan had accomplished during his solo tour. Among them was his ability to sell out every stadium, arena, and concert venue he performed in, each one glowing with a sea of purple lights upon his arrival. In several cases, especially in Asia, the US and Europe, venues even exceeded their initial capacities. Some promoters were forced to add more floor sections and extend the front barricades at the very last minute due to overwhelming demand. This led to intense ticket wars for spots at the barricade, a hallmark of Jjwan's concerts, as he would often step down to the front to hand for the microphone to a lucky fan for a duet. One of the most cherished moments was the performance of Moon, where Jjwan's interaction with ARMY reached its most intimate and heartfelt peak. Still, Jjwan expressed both sadness and deep emotion at this farewell. He never stopped smiling and laughing during his final concert, determined to end the tour on the highest and happiest note possible. Several times he told fans, "I will bring the members here to Amsterdam." He also promised that in the countries he had visited for the Sosial Media tour, he would bring BTS back again. That promise filled ARMY with joy and excitement, full in anticipation for BTS's group comeback in 2026.
솔로 투어가 언제 또 돌아올지 모르겠지만 여러분들 그때 분명 뭐 언젠가는 오지 않을까요?
I'm not sure when my next solo tour.
You ready, Abby?
구독, 좋아요, 알림 설정. 야, so fun. 오케이, 바이바이.